verdict on Donald Trump's appeal for overturning the ruling of lower courts against the constitutionality tariffs has been pushed to a future date. The verdict on legality of tariffs imposed by Donald Trump was expected today, but the Supreme Court of the United States ended the hearing without giving the final verdict. Donald Trump has relied on 1977 emergency powers law to impose tariffs on trading partners, but the lower courts ruled that U.S. President exceeded his constitutional authority and called the tariffs illegal. The case now sits on the table of the country's highest judicial authority. Trump administration has said that if the top court does not rule in its favor, it will use other statutes to push through tariffs. Still, if the chorus singing administration was to lose the case, the United States will need to refund at least some of the tariffs. But the prospect of refund has not slowed down Trump's tariff tirade. The latest, Trump has announced a new tariff of 25% on any country trading with Iran. He also predicted disaster if the U.S. Supreme Court were to rule his tariffs as illegal. Supreme Court has not given any future date for the pronunciation of the verdict, which means the exporters will continue to reel under the current rate of tariffs. Our correspondent Susan Teherani is now joining us live on the phone in New York. Hi, Susan. There is still uncertainty on the case at the Supreme Court. What's the latest verdict, and what is the impact or implication that this verdict could have in the future?
Well, traders and legal observers see skepticism among justices, with markets assigning under about 32% chance that the court would side with President Trump. Nonetheless, they've decided to delay it. Now, historically, when a case is very complex and it allows and needs more arguments, they usually push it back until the end of the court's term. Some believe that even maybe as soon as February, but it could go all the way to May, where the justices finally make a decision. But nonetheless, this not only leaves the Trump administration in a limbo, but also Wall Street has to wait a little longer as well to see which direction the court sides with. Now, it's important to note that the Trump administration has said that they have other tools in their toolbox to pursue this tariff, but it's really going to be a hefty blow to the Trump administration and its policies, considering the fact that the court is a conservative majority and a lot of the justices generally side with a Republican that's in office. So let's wait and see, but they've decided to push it back once again.
All right, that is Susan Teherani. She's our correspondent in New York. She is reporting on the latest verdict from the Supreme Court of the United States. This verdict on Donald Trump's appeal for overturning the ruling of lower courts against the constitutionality of tariffs has been pushed to a future date.